Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be working with the Hello Lovely Workshop Your Way kit. It is item number G119. It is the February workshop that we are working with, and I wanted to take a moment before we cut anything and show you what comes in the paper, or what comes in the workshop. You're going to get a full pack of paper. You're going to get gold glitter gems, an entire roll. You're going to get a roll of shimmer ribbon, and then you're going to get compliments. I've already cut these apart because I'm going to need them cut apart, but you get a complete pack of compliments. So all of this comes in the workshop. So for this workshop you won't be buying anything extra. Let me just set these aside. You will need to pre-print your workshop guide, and I'm going to put a link below you just click on the link, print it, and follow along with this. Or my little magic editor, my daughter's been putting the cutting guide measurements per each piece of paper on the video. So if you work better that way, go ahead. I work off the cutting guide, and as you can see, I've got mine all marked up. What I have crossed out are the card cuts, so that I don't accidentally cut the cards today, because that's going to be another video. So the first thing we're going to do is, I've got my paper that we're going to be using out. So the papers we're going to be using out of the package today are the flowered paper, I'm going to call it fan paper. I'm not quite sure what that is. We're going to be using two of these. It is the gray geometrics. The backside looks like scallops. I've got them in order of cutting guide, so that's why I'm not moving them around. 2 sheets of the white daisy cardstock, and then 1 of the Picture My Life cards that we're going to cut apart. And the first thing we're going to do is cut all the zip strips off. I'm going to pull my trimmer out, and it's easier for me to start on the dark side because I can see my cut lines. So we're going to cut the zip strips off and set them aside. You will be using some of the zip strips, so that's why we're going to set them aside. The other prepare item that I did is I took 3 12x12 baggies, and I wrote layout 1, layout 2, and layout 3 on the baggies, and I have them taped to the side of my desk. And as we do the cuts, I'm going to pop the cuts in each of those baggies in the coordinating. So if it's a cut for layout 1, I'm going to put it in the layout 1 bag. If it's a cut for layout 2, I'm going to put it in the layout 2 bag, and so on. And I know what I forgot to grab. I'm going to go grab a pen. Actually, I'm going to use a pencil today. Pardon the noise. Okay, so if you've noticed the washi tape, this is just to make sure that I stay in frame. I filmed an entire video earlier in the week, viewed it, found out I was not in frame. I was not a happy camper. Okay, so I'm going to open up my arm, and I'm more concerned with you seeing this bottom than I am the top. So I'm going to move this so you can see it. And our first cut is going to be with the flower paper. Okay, let's go that direction. Our first cut is 3x12. and it is 2A. So I'm going to write 2A in the corner, and it's going to go in my number 2 bag. Our next cut is again another 3 by 12. It is 2D, and that's going to go in the number 2 bag. When we're doing the assembly, these little numbers on the back mean the world. Okay, so this next cut is going to be 4 inches. So 4 inches on the vertical. And then we're going to turn it sideways. And we need 2 cuts at 6 inches. So we're just going to cut once because this is a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. And if you notice on the cutting guide, see these itty bitty stars? That means we're going to use the back of the paper. So we're going to write 1A and 1I on this side because we're using this side. So 1A and 1I, and they're going to go in the 1 bag. The next sheet of paper we are using is use the fan paper, and our first cut is 2 by 12. So 2 inches. And if I'm going too fast, if I'm cutting too fast or explaining something too fast, please say in the comments and I will slow down for you. This is 3A. I'm going to pop that in the 3 bag. Our next cut is another 2 inch. And we are done with this little piece, so I'm going to put it in scrap. It'll go back in my bag for when I do the cards. And this one is 3E. And I don't know, well, let's show the back side so you know which one to grab. There's this one, and we're going to use 2 of these. The cut we're going to be doing is 8 by 6 1/4. And you can't see the top bar, unfortunately it's out of camera, but I'm just putting the paper on the 8 inches, and then I'm going to turn it sideways and do 6 1/4. And I hope you can see this. I hope it's not out of range. I have to get on a step stool to see the camera. And this is 2B. So that's going to go in the 2 bag. Oops, wrong one. It's 1B. Thank goodness for erasers. That didn't erase very well. So 1B. That eraser sucks. And then we're going to do the second cut the same exact way. So 8 inches. By 6 1/4. And this is 1E again. So 1E. And what it is, remember these are 2-page layouts. So this is going to be one side and this is going to be the other side. These go in the scrap pile from when I make the cards. The next sheet is the white daisy. So you're going to get one of your white daisies. The first cut is 6 1/4. And you're not going to be able to see the next one because it's going to be 8 1/2. So I'm going to go to the top bar, 8 1/2. And this is 2B. 2B. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. You know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking William Shakespeare. The next cuts are going to be 8 inches. This is not 8 inches. Nope, so I can't use that one. I can use this one. So let's do 1 1/4 first, so we're not wasting the whole piece of paper. So 1 1/4. I need another one at 1 1/4. Okay, set that one aside. And this is going to be 8 inches. So we're going to turn it this way. Wait, there we go. And this is 1D. In the one bag. Remember, this is the other 1 1/4, so we're going to do 8 inches. And this one is 1G. Really hope my hair's not in the way. Okay, so for this itty bitty sheet that we've got, we're going to do 3 by 3. And this is 1H. That goes in the one bag. Alright, let's pick up all the your other piece of White Daisy cardstock. We're going to do a second cut of 8 1/2 by 6 1/4. So 8 1/2 by 6 1/4. And we're going to put these aside. And this one is 2E. Okay. Here comes the fun part, because this is on, I don't know if you watched the first, the January workshop, but man, on that one, I was having a rough day. So on here, we're going to need this one, this one, this one, and this one. So I'm keeping this with me. Oh yay, so I can just cut straight down on this. Okay, got that. I'm going to cut these loose. This little guide wire is a godsend. So this is 3G, so I'm going to pop this in my 3 bag. This one says 3F, so I'm going to pop it in my 3 bag. And this one is 3B, so I'm going to pop it in my 3 bag. I'm not writing on these because you'll notice that they're easy to see. And then this one, I'm going to trim this way. That goes in my scrap. And I'm going to cut it loose this way. And just bring it out. And this one goes in my 3. Okay, it goes in my 3 bag. These in the scrap bin. Okay, so remember when I told you we need the zip strips? Here's all the zip strips. So we need this one and this one. Let's turn these over so we can see. We need this one and this one. And this one. And where's the other one? Where did you come from? It's on this sheet that I didn't pull out yet, so I'm going to cut it off. Uh-oh, that would have been a bad cut. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to put that sheet of paper back. So these two are at proper length. They're 12 inches, so we're going to put these in the 3 bag. And these guys, oh, you don't need to be with me. These guys need to be cut down. Scoot you over so I don't put you in the wrong spot. So they need to be cut down to 8 1/2. 8. I'm so sorry you can't see the top. Oh, I guess you can now that I'm not working on the bottom. Hold on. Okay, so 8.5. By 8.5. These are going to go in the 2 bag. Oops, that almost ended up in my candle. And then this is 8. Both of these are at 8. Okay, this now concludes the cutting portion of our show. Okay, I'm back. I just kind of cleared the decks a little bit, gathered a few supplies. I wanted to show you the bags that we put everything into. So this is layout 3. This is layout 2. And I'm just going to set these aside for just a moment. This is layout 1. The only item that I did off camera was I took the base pages and put in the bags. So let me bring everything out and then I will show you what we did. Okay, so the base pages that we'll be using for these, and I already cut the zip strips off, are the diamonds. The backside kind of looks like linen. So the very first thing that I do is, and you're only going to be able to see part of this, is I put them side by side. Oh, hold on, let me grab the... I'll explain what these are in just a moment. Let me get those out of the way. Okay, so I put them side by side, and I go through on the cutting guide and go, where does everything go? So, and of course I started upside down. So 1B goes on the left, 1E goes on the right. 1H goes on the right, 1G goes on the right, 1D goes on. The battery died while I was in the middle of that, but I have a spare battery, so all is fixed. So all I was doing was laying out where these go. Well, it goes on either side. I know I wrote on these. There it is. Yep, okay. And then once I have everything laid where it goes on either side, I set one aside. So we're going to be working on the left side first. These are photo placement cards, so that as I'm doing the layout, I'm going to put them down like they're photos. Okay, so 1A. Well, you really can't see the pencil marks. There it is. Okay. Put it back in frame so you can see. Okay, so my instructions say to start 3 inches down. So we are going to lay a ruler next to it. And we're using that side. Really, today is just one of those days where if it's going to fall apart or the battery's going to die, it's going to happen. Bear with me, people. There we go. All right. So I've got a ruler next to it. 3 inches. And bed it up to the edge. Okay. So now that you've got that one laid, everything else will lay next to it. So 1B, 2 inches. That wants to be 2 inches. Okay, so this one wants to be 2 inches. So and right there, and I have a little bitty gap right there, but it's okay. I'm going to be okay with it. And then, so 1C, and then 1D. There's a reason why I couldn't see it, and I'll show you in just a moment. Line up the edges. And then this one's going to go right under it. So 1D is going to go right under it. My in-ear frame. Okay. So they want this photo right there. And they want these words right here. So that'll work. Alright, here's the funny part. I need to try and get these laid down. You know what? Let's do it this way. Let's lay it this way. Okay. Let's put my eyeballs back on. And then we're just going to lay it straight up where the letter was. Just make sure it stays straight. Oh, this is working out well. Okay. I normally do not like letter placements because, oh, there it is. I was about to say one of them ends up crooked. There it is. It never fails. I like the ones that all the letters are already together and you don't have to worry about placement and doing it individually. But this is working rather well. Oops. Okay, little F. Why are you looking a little funky? There we go. Okay, so we got beautiful on there. That looks good. Okay, before we do any, hold on, pardon me, I had to sneeze. Before we do any of the sticker placement, I'm going to put the other layout together, and then we'll put them side by side and do the stickers. So I'm going to set you aside for just a moment. And bring you out. Okay, and again, we're going to have to do some measuring. So from this side, it's going to be 3 inches again. Make sure I'm adhering the right side of the paper. And then we're going to come over and do 2 inches again, because it's the same thing as this other one. And I just moved it. There we go. All right. Put my little roller back. Upside down. Make you fit. This is going together really quickly. Like I said, the cutting is always the longest part of the entire workshop. Again, bet those up together. Okay, so this one says to do, oh, looky there. Okay, I'd already done that. Okay. Like that. I'm going to take you off for a second. All right, this little piece that we just cut right here, you're going to need it. It's going to be the journaling block, but I have an extra, so I'm going to set it aside. When I went through and cut the photo squares, I had an extra. So we're just going to line them up like that and adhere them down. Now you're going, why do your cards have numbers on them? These just tell me what size photo goes here, and this is the exact size of the photo, so I'm going to lay the photo right on top. You won't be able to see it. Again, I make two copies of each layout, one for myself when I teach, and then I make an exact duplicate for my sister, and I put them in an album for her every year, and that is her Christmas gift. She loves to scrapbook, but she doesn't have time to scrapbook. So I fix it to where all she has to do is just throw the pictures on there. Okay, so this is just a reminder that this is the journaling block. For her, we're going to bring these back in. I don't know how much you can see of side by side, but we're going to start putting stickers on. So I'm going to set you aside for a second and pull you. All right, which ones do we need? We need this one. Do we need the big one? Do we need the big one? Okay. And it's going to go is that the right one? No, that's not the right one. Oh, I gotta try and put this back on. Okay, not that one. Don't pull that one. This one. Pull this one. There we go. And it's going to go like that. And then best day. This will sticker right here. It's going to go right here. I think that's it on this side. On this side is, I'm going to use this one. I'm going to put you right there. And then we have these little hearts. I think these are going to be gorgeous for my sister's wedding, for her wedding album. It says to do a ribbon right here. I'm going to wait on that because of the journaling, but I am this time just so you can see it, and this is such a simple layout. I'm going to go ahead and put some sparkles on like it says to do. Okay, so this is my X-Acto knife. Please be careful. What I do, and I'll do it on the white so you can see, is I put the tip under, just like that. And then I'll show you what I'm doing over here. Let me get these laid down real fast and then I'll show you. Okay, so I pick it up with the tip and you're not even in frame. There we go. And then I'm just going to lay it down, and I'm not touching the blade, I'm only touching the sparkle. Okay, and then I always put the lid right back on. You can cut yourself and not even know it, so please be careful doing that. This is layout 1. So I'm going to stop the camera real fast. Let me show you this way. Page 1. Page 2. I'm going to stop the camera real fast and clean up my mess, get the next set of instructions up, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back and we're ready for layout 2. You're going to need the green, it's this color on the back. You're going to need both sheets of these papers out of your bag, and I've already cut the zip strip off. The only other thing I did is I cut a little bit longer than 12 inches of the shimmer ribbon. I cut 2 lengths. I realized that was something you weren't going to be able to see off camera, so I went ahead and did it. I used my grid mat just to measure it out. So again, we're going to lay these side by side real fast. And we're just going to quickly pop it all together. That goes on that side. Remember, these are the 2 same cuts, so one goes on either side. These are the same cuts, so one goes on either side. These are the same cuts, so one goes on either side. And this is where we have to, well, that's easy. These are the same cuts, so one goes on either side. Okay, so I'm going to set the right side away for a moment, and I'm going to drag over the left side, because I always start with the left side. Ribbon, lip strip, base. Oh, this is going to be so incredibly easy. Holy baloney. Okay. You don't even need me to show you how to do this one. Pardon me, I didn't mean to burp. You don't even need a consultant for this one. It is so easy. This sheet goes right on the bottom. Let's bring that into frame so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, to put the ribbon on, because the ribbon comes next, I'm going to show you a trick. This is score tape. I get it off Amazon. I will link it for you. It is the best for putting ribbon on. So I'm going to lay it down exactly where I'm going to put the ribbon. Be careful using this stuff, because once it is down, it does not come back up. I'm going to put just a little bit of overhang, and I'll show you why. So put it down, fold it over, okay, then I'm going to peel it back. And this is where I'm going to be very careful, because I have it open on the back side, and I don't want to press down just yet. So you're going to take your ribbon and you're just going to lay directly over that adhesive. I'm going to lightly tap it down. See how fast it goes down? Okay, and then the reason we did on the back is I'm going to fold this over. And then I'm going to fold this over, and you get the nicest of edges. Just like that. See how gorgeous that is? Oh my goodness. Okay, so this one just gets bedded right up to the edge. There is no measurements on this today, on this layout. Make sure we're on the right side, so we don't do what I did last time. I don't know if you were with us the last workshop that I did, but I put adhesive on the wrong side of the paper. Okay, I'm going to just go off camera for just a moment, and I don't want to put adhesive on my actual layout. I'm just going to adhesive this up off camera. There we go. And then just, I mean, this is literally just button up everything with each other. Just like that. Okay. So we're going to, here's my photo squares again. So I need the title, I need my 4x6. I need my 3x4. Or if you're just going to fall out like that. I'm going to go ahead and adhere these down. Again, you do not have to use photo placement holders if you do not want to. I do it because I don't always have photos available when I'm making the layout. Okay, we're going to pull up the love sticker. It comes up fairly easy, just be gentle. And then I would normally get my pokey stick, but it's on the other side of the room. So I'll just use my scissors after I drop them to knock out the centers. And they stick to everything but what I want them to stick on. Oops, that just went right over the edge of the table. Okay, so we're just going to put love right there. Oh, I forgot that right there. I'm glad my finger wasn't down yet. Take you out. Let go. Okay, so there we go. Let's get these off my finger. So I need the flower sticker. It's going to go in the corner. I've got stuff stuck on me. And what are you? Hold on. What is that? Oh, it's a heart. Let me show you. It's this heart right here. Can you see that? That was a little hard to see on the example. Okay, so the left side is finished. We're going to set that aside. And go to the right side. Again, super simple assembly. We're just working from the bottom up. I'm telling you, I wasn't joking when I said the cutting is the longest part of putting these together. Uh-oh, move that out of the way. Again, we're just going to butt the adhesive right up to the edge of the paper. Do a little bit of an overhang so it'll hold the ribbon on the other side. Come on. Just fold it over, adhere it down. Before I found this tape, I used to have the hardest time with ribbon. Getting it to stay put. And it is just, it's made by the people that make the scoreboards. If that's why it's called score tape. And no, I'm not affiliated. I don't get any I don't make any money off score tape. I like using it. There we go. There are just some things that makes scrapbooking so much easier. And if Close to My Heart sold it, I would buy it from them. But since they don't, okay. We're just butting it up. There we go. Okay. So for this one, it is 3x4, 3x4, 3x3, screw down, 3x3, and before I adhere anything down, I want to grab that sticker. Where is it? There it is. All right, we're going to grab this one, maybe, and we're going to lay it down first, because it's what's going to dictate placement. And we're going to get one arrow. I'm going to grab one of these little guys, because it also will help dictate placement. Okay, so now that we've got these two down, we can adhere these. Again, so super simple layout. But when you add your photos, like I said, I think these are going to be gorgeous wedding album photos. You know, not if you have you might not have a professional photo. You might not have a professional photo person. Yeah. Photographer, we didn't. We just passed out disposable cameras at our wedding. And then everybody gave us the camera back. And it took us a year to develop everything. And then I made my own albums. So this little guy. Which one is it? Did they layer 2 stickers? I think they did. Okay. Well, put that little guy right there. And then, there it is. Put this little guy. Yep, they did. They layered a couple stickers. Right there. Okay, so for this side they've got big guys. They've got one right there. Is that the only sparkle on this side? Yep. And then on this side they've got some right there. Okay. We're going to put one here, one here, and one here. Okay, that is layout 2. The only thing I haven't done is they want a bow right here, and I'm not the best bow person. So I'm not going to put a bow. So, left side, right side of layout 2. Okay, I'm back. So for layout 3, you will need the white daisy card bases. You will need your layout number 3 bag. And again, this is a super simple placement for right and left again. So 1, 1, 1, 1, because remember these are all the same measurements, so there's one for either side. I cut a length of ribbon again, a little bit longer than 12 inches. So if you want to take a moment and cut, I cut probably 13.5 inches so I can do the wraparound. And then remember these pieces that we've cut? So Best Day goes on the left, green goes on the left, and these two go on the right. Set the right side down. And again, another super simple put together. We're going to take the geometrics. And down at the bottom, just line it up. Okay, so on this side, we're going to put the little zip strip. So we're just going to adhere that down. Okay, so on the same side, we're going to do the same procedure we did last time with the ribbon. If you don't have score tape, use this, just run a line down, same thing. Or your preferred ribbon adhesive. Or if you don't prefer ribbon, don't put ribbon. That's the beauty of these, they're your layouts. If there's an element that I'm using that you don't want to use, don't use it. If there's different paper you want to use, say you've printed out the workshop guide, but you don't particularly like those colors or you don't like the paper that they're using, use a different paper pack. It's your layouts. I'm teaching the layout. I'm not necessarily teaching, well, I am teaching the paper per month, but the main thing I'm teaching is the layout and the skill. The technique, not necessarily you have to copy my look or close to my heart look. When I have workshops in my house, I have one customer that comes. She always brings a different paper pack. She says, I'm going to do the layout, but I'm not going to do it with those papers. That is perfectly fine. It's her layout. Okay, so we've got the zip strip, we've got the ribbon, and we've got the geometrics. So now what we're going to do is we need a 4x6, a 4x6, and a 3x4. 4x6, yep, those are for that one. Okay, so we need to bump one 4x6 up there. We need a 3. That's not right. Oh. I see what I did. Oh well. That is the hazard of, these aren't going to bump. Don't bump these. If you follow along with me, don't bump these up. I couldn't see on my example that the white daisy, and that's a hard thing about white daisy, I was supposed to scoot these in about 2 inches on this side. I didn't because I couldn't see that it was white daisy on that side. So our layout's going to be a bit different. That's okay. Instead of having it bumped in, I'm just going to do it like that. It's just paper. It's okay. Bingo. Okay. And have that down, have that up. There. So instead of having it, I'm going to have just right here, because these are supposed to be bumped together. So instead of having it all on one side, I'm going to have a strip here. Okay. There we go. It's all fixable. It's all paper. you make a mistake. Oh, my entire mat's crooked. Sorry, guys. You make a mistake, it's all fixable. And none of it's set in stone. Nobody's gonna send you to the scrapbooking police if you make a boo-boo. It's okay. And as you can see, I'm just eyeballing it. I don't know if it's completely, well, actually it's pretty close. Yeah, it's about a finger width. But I'm just eyeballing it. If I don't like the way this looks when I make the next one, I'll do it proper. And my sister will get the best one out of the two. If I like the way it looks, she gets this one. She's just happy. There's paper. She's just happy she's getting a scrapbook. Put that out. And butt this up. And we have a happy little scrapbook. Okay, so what we're going to do is, I need a flower. What flower am I going to use? I'm going to use this one. I need a flower right here. Okay, and then I need a big heart right here. Then they want a big sparkle right there. And because that's not a photo square, I can put that there without worrying about it being in the way of a photo. On this one, she can lift up this corner a little bit and this corner and slide the photo under. Or she may have a smaller photo that she can just, instead of doing 4 by 6, she might be doing 3 1/4 by 5 3/4. So this is the right side, so we're going to set that aside. I just have to remember now to scoot it all the way over so it matches. And I think I'll do that first. That way it matches. Sweep these out real fast. I'm watching the phone because my daughter is getting a new windshield today. She borrowed our vehicle to go to work so she could leave hers here and get the new windshield. I did. She comes home from school every weekend and works a couple of shifts and gets a little pocket money for the following week. It's a win-win for both of us. Where's it at? Oh, right there. I get to see my child. I get to see the little dog. Her dog goes with her back and forth. We miss the little fart when she's gone. There we go. Again, we're just going to roll those over. Make sure it's down and then undo it. But while the windshield's being replaced, we're kind of, she needs to go to work, so we're kind of watching the car for her and making sure it gets done. Okay. So the ribbon. And just fold it over. Okay. I'm going to do it this way because remember these two corners are going to butt up. So make sure that you've got this and this matching together. I've done it, and that's where I have to be careful because I actually have goofed up before and done it this way and then went, oh man, oh well. So, okay. So what we're going to do is This goes here. This goes here. This goes here. That goes there, and that goes there. Okay. And I'm going to work backwards because I'm blonde and I work better that way. Okay, make sure everything is straight so that when we lay it down, it is straight. Again, we're almost done. This is such an easy layout. It's not even funny. I'm going to use my finger like I did last time. Remember, these are 4 by 6, so they're going to go right to the top. And then these are going to get bedded up next to it. Haha. I was a smart girl. A smart girl I was. Something told me when I shut the camera off a minute ago to clear the decks and clean. Grab another one of these. Okay, 4 by 6, 4 by 6. It's going the right direction. Not that it being upside down would be a bad thing, because she would just giggle, but if this ends up... Shh, Bridget, you don't know this. Turn off the camera. Or turn off your computer for a second. If this ends up being a wedding gift, I don't want her looking at it and giggling that something's upside down. So for this side, they want an arrow. And they want one of these arrows. They've got it up in the white space. I'm not going to put it in the white space because my sister has big handwriting. I want to leave her as much journaling room as I can. So I'm going to put it down in the green space. And then we need a flower. We need a flower right here. And we need a couple of hearts here. And did we have sparkles? We do have some. Did I put sparkles? Yeah, I did. Okay, so where are the sparkles going on this one? They're going over here. Okay. The sparkles are a little bit hard to see. Put it here. And here. And over here. Is there anywhere else? I don't see it. Okay, I think we're good. All right, ladies. I think we just put another workshop to bed. So let me show you what we did. Page 1, page 2, layout 3. Let's see what we did in a very short time frame. Okay, we have done 3 full layouts. Page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, page 6, I hope you enjoyed today as much as I did. I cannot believe how fast these went together. They assembled like a dream. We did not have very many boo-boos like we normally do. I normally make one major boo-boo that I have to stop and fix, but not really this time. Nothing that was catastrophic. I hope to see you soon. I should be filming the cards. No, we're not doing the cards that are with the actual this workshop this time. We're doing a separate set of cards. I will link those below also if you want to pre-order those, but I'll be setting that video up soon. So until then, thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.